In recent days, the U.S. Supreme Court decided to let states determine whether or not to allow transgender athletes to participate in sports. Last year, the NCAA changed its policy to align with the president's executive order threatening to revoke federal funding for schools that permitted transgender athletes. The NCAA changed its policy in part, saying it provides a clear national standard. In light of the High Court's ruling, do you foresee the NCAA having to tweak its transgender athletes policy?
I don't think so. I mean, generally speaking, we try to establish policies for most of our programs that can hopefully have a national standard to it. I had said to folks, Democrats and Republicans in Washington, after I got this job, that we needed some sort of clarity around what the national standard for this would be. And we adopted and comply with the standard that was put forth by the Trump administration. I think what happens at the state level is a different question. Although I do think our national standard is going to be what we expect our schools to use with respect to eligibility issues for college sports. Yeah. But obviously, different states will have different standards about how to deal with high school and youth sports.
You know that this has become a popular political and campaign issue, especially in Washington or out on the campaign trail. But you told Congress in late 2024 that of the 500,000 student athletes attending NCAA schools, fewer than 10 were openly transgender. Where does this issue rank in terms of the critical ones facing the NCAA?
Well, from my point of view, the most important thing about it is to have a clear policy and to have one that's consistent with federal policy, because that eliminates sort of all the gray with respect to how this should be dealt with or how it should be treated. But I can tell you that having talked to people on both sides of this issue, to those who are involved in it, it matters a lot. And I'm glad that the federal government gave us something we've been seeking for several years, which was a clear standard with respect to how to apply this.
Inclusivity is one of the main priorities of the NCAA. Do you think this policy makes the NCAA inclusive enough?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think the public, there's plenty of science and plenty of debate and discussion about this, and reasonable people can disagree. But I don't believe that this change at the federal level, which did create clarity for us around this issue, steps us back at all from our policies with respect to inclusivity and participation. You know, if you're a transgender woman who is your assigned birth is male at birth, you can participate in what we call the open network, which means playing basically in men's sports. And I don't have a problem with the way that policy currently operates, and frankly, I don't think many of our schools do either.